Before you begin your therapy, you need to fill out the patient intake questionnaire. I'm going to help you through it. Once you log in, the main menu screen displays several options. Click on the Patient Intake Questionnaire button here to go to the intake form. This form has over 70 questions. You can click here to scroll through the questions. Answer all of the questions as accurately as possible. If you don't have all of the information you need for a particular question, leave it blank and come back to it later when you have the information you need to answer it. The first question on this form prompts you to enter your most recent hearing test results. The test is called an audiogram. A valid test is one that you have taken within the last 12 months. If your hearing healthcare provider didn't provide you a copy, or you no longer have it, you might be able to get a copy from the specialist who conducted it. If a copy is not in your specialist records, or it has been more than 12 months since you have taken one, have another one taken. An audiogram looks like this. Yours may look somewhat different, but you will notice two lines that are drawn from the left to the right. One line is separated by red O's. The line with the O's is the test result for your right ear. The other line is separated by blue X's. This line is the test result for your left ear. You are going to enter your hearing test results into the table you see on this screen. I'm going to show you how to interpret the audiogram so you can easily locate each test result. After you get the idea, it will be easy. Here's how we do it. On the left side of the chart, you will notice numbers from top to bottom. At the top, you will see the number 0. At the bottom, you'll see either 100 or 120. These numbers represent units of volume. Those units are called decibels. Sounds at 0 decibels are extremely faint. Sounds at 100 decibels are dangerously loud. The average level of conversation is found at about 60. At the bottom of the chart, from the left side to the right, you will notice numbers starting with either 125 or 250 on the left. They get larger until, at the end of the right side, you will notice 6,000 and 8,000. These numbers represent different frequencies or pitches of sound. The term used for this is hertz. For example, the number 250 closely represents middle C on the piano, and 4,000 is where the high-pitched sounds are measured. All possible volumes and pitches of sound that include speech are measured on this test. To locate your hearing level at 125 Hz, put your finger on the line that is marked by the 125 Hz along the bottom, here, and trace that line until you come to a red 0. Trace your finger over to the left until you see a number at the end of the line. In this case, it is 20 decibels. That is your hearing loss at 125 for the right ear. How about the left ear? Do the same thing at the 125 Hz line until you locate the X. Look over to the left until you see a number. The level of hearing at 125 Hz is 5 decibels. Now you know how to find the correct ear, decibel volume level, and frequency. And now we can enter that value into the table. The table includes boxes below each frequency, from 125 Hz on the left side to 8,000 Hz on the right side. Most audiograms have all of these values, but not all of them. The most important values are almost always recorded by trained professionals who conduct your test. Some of the frequencies are not necessary for hearing aid dispensing, but are necessary for other types of tests. So enter the values that are on your test and don't be concerned about the areas that do not have results. Starting with the left ear, the blue X's, locate the decibel that matches the X at 125 Hz. In this example, it's 5 decibels. Click in the box right here and enter the number 5. That's how easy it is. Next, locate the decibel that matches the X at 250 Hz. In this example, it's 10 decibels. Click in the box right here and enter the number 10. This is all you have to do, and you only have to do it once. Here, I've entered them all so you can see what it will look like when it is completely filled out. The process is the same for the right ear. We will locate the red O's this time and transfer the volume values that correspond to each frequency to the table on the screen as well. For whatever reason, if you don't have immediate access to your hearing test results, that's okay. Just leave it blank for now, but remember to come back to the intake questionnaire when you have it. Until you enter your specific personal audiogram, the therapy service won't be able to give you the personalized treatment you need, even though you will benefit from taking the therapy until you do put those results into the table. Now that you are finished with the hardest question, the rest is pretty easy and goes quickly. The next step is also important and must be finished before you can begin your therapy. The next question prompts you to select the acoustic environments that are either causing you comprehension difficulties or are locations and situations that you need help with. The Neurova system simulates those acoustic environments and provides you therapeutic exercises as though you are right there in that particular setting. This is one of the steps that helps you to improve and recover your ability to more easily comprehend in those settings. Let's go ahead and fill out your 3 most important locations and settings. For instance, going to restaurants might be something you enjoy regularly, so I'll select a restaurant as one of your top 3 acoustic environments. For the next most important setting, I'll choose a large office. And on the last one, I'll choose an outside shopping square mall. Now that you have made those choices, go ahead and answer the remaining questions. They include information about you, your physician, your hearing care provider, and your medical history. It is important to accurately answer these questions because many of the answers are factored into an ideal treatment program just for you. Almost no 2 treatment programs are identical. When you are finished, click the Save button at the bottom. The next thing you get to do is sit back and wait. The therapy service is going to evaluate your answers and construct your completely individualized treatment plan. This is the process that selects exactly which words, phrases, and sentences you will need to achieve optimal results. Again, what you will need is not just based on your hearing test results. It's based on many health and cognitive factors too. Your therapy exercises are selected from thousands of available words and sentences. After they are selected, Neurova ranks them according to the current difficulties you have in fluently understanding them as they are being spoken. If this step had to be manually created by an audiologist, it would take all day. Thanks to our technology, it only takes a couple of minutes, so be patient. When that has been completed, you will see this screen. You are now ready to get started. Just click the Begin Next Exercise button to start your first exercise.